Unfortunately, we're going to have to... Your subscription to National Geographic has been canceled. We're going to have to ask you to renew, either through mail or online at our convenient website. There you go. All right, now we're starting to fire on some cylinders. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, J Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Boros Spirits. It has been noticeably improved by the addition of Kamigawa. I've always liked Boros Spirits. I'm glad that Boros Spirits became a thing after Strixhaven. I always liked it. I feel like it was a good turn for Boros. I think it gave Boros a nice definition to it. So we're going to go with Soulfire. Soulfire returns, because I've done a Soulfire before. An aggressive Reanimator type Boros Spirit deck. With all kind of fun, nifty tricks, we're going to do some Boros Necromancy, believe it or not. Because spirits, well, they never go away, do they? Before we get to the Shakedown Breakdown, I need you to do something for me, though. Do you know what that is? Do you know what I need you to do for me? It's tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button. Don't do them hard, don't smash them, don't destroy them like these other channels want you to do. Just gently push it, or else, well guys, the like and subscribe will come and brutally maul you if you don't. And that is a werewolf, that is a YouTube werewolf on a light cycle with a robot arm. He is a techno like and subscribe now because of Kamigawa, so watch out for that. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. First time streamer shout out to Kalinkas. He just wandered in here. Hello. He or she or they wandered in here. Hello to Kalinkas. You can check out our Discord community. We'd love to have you there for all the latest news and information. You want to hit him with that Discord link. We'd love to have you there. AetherHub is where you can find all of these decks and all the other ones that I build down below in the description. And of course, I would like to personally invite you, to join the villains. You can help support me directly by hitting the join button. You can get some cool badges, emotes, deck requests, all kind of cool stuff. Join today. It's a great way to support the channel. So what are we looking at here? A Soulfire. We're looking at spirits with a little bit of exile thrown in. Stonebinder's Familiar, great one drop out of Strixhaven. It is a spirit dog. Whenever one or more creatures are put into exile this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Stonebinder's Familiar. This triggers only once. I wish it triggered more than once, but it doesn't. However, that 1/1 counter is going to be important because modified creatures are kind of going to be a thing here. And remember, if it has equipment, an aura, or a 1/1 counter, it is considered modified. That is a kind of a new kind of mechanic type. Great early one drop. Kumano faces Kakkazan. Man, I love this. This is a staple in red decks now, isn't it? One red drop. Deals 1 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control. Fantastic stuff there. Whenever you cast your next creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Again, really good. And then, of course, you exile it and then return it to the battlefield under your control. Now, you notice this here, right? When this thing is done with its saga on turn 3, it gets exiled and then returns as a 2/2 human shaman with haste 2/2, and then if a creature you control is dealt damage by a source you control this turn, exiled. So everything that dies when Etching of Kumano is out is exiled. Again, remember? Exile, 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 exile. So we're going to have some great early synergy with these to get them off the board. Rally the ranks, hit spirits, man. He's actually rallying spirits right here. Halvar. All the clans are coming to fight, so he's actually rallying the ranks appropriately in spirits. If you want to use Paladin, that's fine too. Paladin class is a perfectly fine substitute for this as well. Rally the ranks is just a little quicker to what we want. Paladin is good too, but I just use Paladin, so I figured I'd change it up for Rally the ranks. Choose Spirit, that's basically what we're going to do. Now, here is an odd one, but man, I like this guy. Goro-Goro, Disciple of Ryusei. 1 red and 1. Creatures you control have haste for 1 red mana. That's the main reason I want them on the board, because I want a lot of these things to have haste. I want them to come out aggressively and fight immediately. 2/2 Goblin Samurai. It's so cool that he's a Goblin Samurai. Let me just say that. And of course, 2 red and 3, he creates a 5/5 red dragon spirit token with flying. Activate only if you control an attacking modified creature. So yes, he is a modified creature. He's going to fit in with the modifications, and he's going to be able to create dragon spirits on command every turn, as long as we're attacking with a modified creature. Again, 1/1 counters. Kumano gives 1/1 counters, and of course Stonebinder's Familiar gets 1/1 counters. So really, really cool stuff there with Goro-Goro. Like him. Kami's Flame, again, great removal if you're running modifications. Equipment, auras, and counters are modifications. 1 red and 1. 3 damage to any target and 2 damage to that permanent's controller. So that's an output of 5 total damage onto the game board, as long as you control a modified creature. So 1/1 counters are going to be key here, but you can see that we're really, really pushing them with these early plays here. And again, 3 damage is pretty much easy to take care of for early to mid game. That can do a lot of damage. Skyclave, we got to get that exile out on the board. This is a spirit, of course. We got to get that exile on the board. We're gonna have to lock up the other people. I don't like playing so much control, but man, in this meta right now, with Naya Runes being what it is, we're gonna have to lock people up in spirit jail. It's just gonna happen. Skyclave Apparition, 4 or less, target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control with mana 4 or less. Even when the spirit dies, it's going to be a blue illusion. They never get the card back, they just get a blue illusion, so it's just kind of dead and it's exiled. Again, the exile will trigger Stonebinders, which will make a modified creature on top of that. So really useful, and of course a spirit, which is going to be useful for Rally the Ranks or any other thing we have going on there. Angelfire Ignition, we're going with 3 of these. 3 is fine because it kind of has flashback and where it's not really our focus. 1/1 counters is going to be the main thing that we want, because again, that's going to be a modified creature. Then of course, Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Hasten to the end of turn. Very, very useful. Flashback it for 1 more, 1 red, 1 white, and 1, and then flashback is an additional 1 for a grand total of 4. This can be very, 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 very dangerous if you hit it on the right thing there. So Angelfire is going to be very good. Venerable Warsinger, another cleric and spirit that I've used a whole bunch and has been extremely useful. Vigilance and Trample. Trample is going to be key here. And then whenever Venerable Steamboat deals combat damage to a player, you may return target creature card with a mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of damage Venerable Warslinger dealt to that player. So if you trample over for 4 damage or whatever because you've increased your thing, if it's 3 or if it's 4, you get to return a mana value of whatever back to the battlefield. So you could return a Skyclave Apparition, grab somebody else, a Goro-Goro, or even something bigger. So Venerable Warslinger has that rare Boros Reanimator type thing. With Vigilance and Trample, very, very powerful card. Now we're going to get into the dragons. Dragon Spirit's Gift here, man. Atsushi, the Blazing Sky. I love Atsushi, man. I think he's really good, man. 2 red and 2 flying and trample for a 4/4. That's good enough right there, man. But not only that, Atsushi has awesome gifts to give us. When Atsushi Blazing Sky dies, choose 1. Exile the top 2 cards of your libraries until the end of your turn. You may play those cards. That's going to be a common theme in the late game. So we can get cards off the top of our library we can play, or we can create 3 treasure tokens, which is some sort of weird digital floating treasure there you can see, which will help us ramp even more. Now, the reason that I like Atsushi and Io is because these spirit dragons, when they die, they give you a gift. They give you something. So when people are board wiping and destroying them, they're powerful in and of themselves. But when people are hitting removal, they really have to suffer because it's removing that really gives them even more, puts more danger on the battlefield. So that's why I like Atsushi. Thundering Raiju, I think 3 of these is good. We could go 4 if you want to, but he is really good. 3/3, he is a spirit, don't forget. Haste, 2 red and 2. Whenever Thundering Raiju attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Then Thundering Raiju deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than Thundering Raiju. So guess what? He's going to put 1/1 counters out, which is going to be at least 1 damage he's going to throw out. But as many modified creatures, meaning as many 1/1 counters you have on other creatures you control, he's going to throw that fire directly to the player, which could be enough to kill them if you have a wide board out. And he also has haste. He would be great with trample, so he's a great combo with Angelfire Ignition right there. Because if he's trampling over, he is really, really dangerous. So Thundering Raiju, don't forget about him. Showdown of the Skalds. This one was a late add. I did go back and forth with Showdown of the Skalds. Alternately, you could put in Restoration of Eiganjo. I was using this, but I really didn't like it that much. You'll see me play it sometimes. I think we're better with Skald. So in case you're wondering, oh, I saw you play this or I saw you play that. No, I swapped them out later. Also, I can put Paladin here too if you want, just to throw it in there as an alternate. So Showdown of the Skalds was the alternate here. Exile the 4 top cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You would play those cards. Really good. And then whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. So again, 1/1 counters and a variety of cards you can play off the top of your deck. Very, very useful. I'm sure you've seen it played in Naya Runes, but we're going to play it in Boros as it should be. It's going to be pretty good, and it will make those modifieds. It'll give you a wide variety of stuff along with Raiju top deck. Speaking of top deck, Io the Dawn Sky. 2 white and 3 legendary creature dragon spirits. When Io Dawn Sky dies, again, when they die, they give you the gift. Flying and Vigilance. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put any number of non-land permanents with a total mana value of 4 or less among them on the battlefield. Put the rest of your bottom of your library in any order, or put 2 1/1 counters on each permanent creature you control that's a creature or a vehicle. Amazing. So he will make either everybody modified with 2 1/1 counters or a total of mana value 4 onto the battlefield. That means you could put a Angelfire Ignition and a Kumano out. I mean, not an Angelfire. You could put a Skyclave and a Kumano out. You could put a Stonebinder, like you put 2 Stonebinders and a Goro-Goro out, and haste them immediately or whatever. Ao of the Dawn Sky, very deadly if she gets killed. Dangerous if they're trying to wipe you out there with Ao of the Dawn Sky. And also a 4/5 Vigilance is dangerous on the board, so dangerous no matter where we have. Here we have 2 Cave of the Frost Dragons, 2 Eiganjo, Seat of the Empire, 5 Plains, 2 Den of the Bugbears, 5 Mountains, 2 Sokenzan's Crucible of Defiance. Eiganjos you don't need. Sokenzan's Crucibles I would say you do, because this is the one, it's 1 less for each legendary, but you create colorless spirit tokens with haste, which really figures into the way we're doing our deck right now. The spirit tokens with haste are going to be very, very useful. We might have them more powerful, and it could be more deadly. So 2 Sundown Passes, 2 Needleverge Pathways. That's how I'm doing the mana distribution here. All said and done. 2.6 with 24 lands, total 21 creatures. 19 spirits. The only one that's not a spirit is this lovely little goblin here. 4 instants, 3 sorceries, 8 enchantments, 6 of them being sagas. Pretty even spread on the red to the white. We have our Boros backs here. Pretty even between spread between mana, creatures, and non-creatures. If we look at our alternate view here, boom, we're living pretty smooth across the board at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So pretty smooth. We are kind of generally all over the place, so that's why it's 24. It's not really front loaded or back loaded. It is kind of just a mid-range kind of tempo thing. Here's our sideboard. If you do want these, this helps you mana fix a little bit. It will help you return things from the graveyard as well and create more colorless spirit tokens, and Paladin is a fine substitute for Rally the Ranks, just in case you're interested. Sorry for that long explanation. That shakedown breakdown went really long. That's okay. We're going to get into the game here. We're grinding up diamond with this one. We are doing it, man. Let's get into it. All right. I just not interesting. I'm not a big spectator in anything. I don't watch sports. I don't really watch very many streams. I'm not really into spectating anything. It's nothing against the championships. It's not the concept. It's just spectating is just kind of boring to me. Of anything. It has nothing to do with specifically the championships. It's just any sport, any spectating at all is boring to me. No. And Skittle Diddle said, no thank you, you don't want none. So what is up, Lablashaska? Just working a lot. Yeah, we missed you, guy. I don't like that. Honestly, that's not much better, but AO's gotta go. Kumano. One hit. And we'll be able to drop Goro-Goro. Goro. Good lord. That's a lot of meatballs there. That's a lot of meatballs there, Astral. Double block Kumano. There you go. Kubingo Kubongo. Myriad. Is he trying to spell myriad and doing it badly? I guess we'll never know, really. Alright. Nothing for you. Cast next spell. So we're going to finally be able to get a combo off here, unless he's got tons of removal. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. We don't know. Yeah, I got to clear my cache, too. I got to clear my cache. My internet cache. Sokenzan and Crucible. Okay, Myriad is down to Excelente. Alright, that worked a lot better than I'm back to where I wanted to be working. Necron, how you doing, Cobra Bass? That's a bad opener, too. Got the cash. This is a bad opener as well. I cannot get the land right on this one, huh? Does not want to cooperate, huh? You really gonna throw Stonebinder back? Come on. Stuffed bear. Okay, so I already know what it is, man. I already know what it is. It's it's the Mecha Titan. Yeah, it's Mecha Titan. It'd be really super great if I could get a red card. Oh my goodness. Xylo. Hey, what's up, Crash Boom Bang? Really would be great if I could get a red card right now. That'd be super fantastic. Yeah, to be fair, you haven't made very many. Let's kill Tezzeret. I don't want him on the board. Oh, I forgot about that. Wait, hold on. What did he tap for that? Tap 2? Oh, you can activate it for free with Tezzeret. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Good Lord, Crash Boom. You may have given Xylo an aneurysm. Yeah, Stuffed Bear with Tezzeret is a big thing now. This is the Mecha Titan type thing. It's an artifact, Mecha Titan type thing going on. It's basically free. There's Sundown Pass. We're going to do Circuit Mender. Leave that there. Oh, he's doing panting face, guys. Doomscar, nice. Target becomes an artifact, activation, boom, and that's that. Good game. What a cheesy deck. Novel but cheesy, man. Artifact decks, man. If you know me, you know I'm not a big fan of artifacts. They're alright. Tezzeret's such an asshole, though. You know what? And it's not even that I don't like his Planeswalker, because the Planeswalker activation is cool. Tezzeret as a character, if you know him, he's such an asshole. Like, the character from the story, the lore, is just a dickhead. He's just been a bad guy, and he's been like a bad guy flunky for like 20 years, bro. Like, he's never the main bad guy. He's always like the underboss, and he's always just like this flunky loser. I don't know. I don't like him. No siree. I do not like me some Tezzeret. Exactly, man. He worked for Nicol Bolas. He worked for the Phyrexians. He worked for fucking. I'm sure he worked for everybody. Hey, what's up, Clever? Niru. What's up, Niru? Let's put that down. What's my favorite LGBTQ flag? The bisexual flag that has a dragon on it. Did you ever see the one that was like, why is the bisexual flag so lame? They're like, we can do whatever we want with this. So somebody put like a bunch of dragons and dinosaurs, and it just says bisexual exclamation point. That's class right there, man. I mean, if you got the choice, you might as well do it, you know what I mean? Flags are fine for representation, but when people get into the super niche, I'm like, come on, man. You're niching it, man. You're really niching it really hard, man. And put that on there. There we go. Poof, poof, poof. There we go. Weaver Harmony, very nice. And a Spirited Companion, very nice. He's got all nice and set up, didn't he, huh? I hope he swings in with that Kamiya Transience. He's not going to. Good thinking, bro. Because you are about to straight up not have a good time. Puka! What is up, Puka? So you're gonna let... Okay, he's gonna let 3-2 and gain 2 life. Okay. Good thinking. Michiko's Reign of Truth, very nice. Thundering Raiju, he's going to be dead because I'm going to throw the damage at him unless he has a direct removal. Kumano, he's going to take 2 damage. Oh, he can activate for a onesie right there, yeah. He'll lose the life. He'll lose that guy, he'll lose that guy. Bango bongo. There you go. Alright, so unfortunately we're going to have to... Your subscription to National Geographic has been canceled. We're going to have to ask you to renew, either through mail or online at our convenient website. There you go. Alright, now we're starting to fire on some cylinders here. Oh, look, we got a free pack to open up. Alright, that one was a stretch, Xylo. Tribute to Horobi. I mean, for example, if I was like, yeah, you know, I've really been able to top deck these cards really well, you know, just bring out some real power, put these guys down, and just slam them, then you might be able to say something. But, I mean, cooking with fire, that's not anything. If I were to say something like that. It's like OJ's if I did it. Let's do Stonebinder again. Piercing Light, Kerblango, look at that. Who plays that card? Apparently he does. Purpled. Let's bring out Venerable. Alright. Oh, do I want Rally the Ranks or do I want to hold on to that Sokenzan? I'm going to push here. I have a feeling he's going to hit a removal on me here. Let's hit Spirit right there. Push. Let's really slam into him, you know what I mean? Oh, man. That got exiled, so it gets a push more there. Yeah, still a good hit, you know. Oh, it returns. I'm worried about that. I kind of want to hit that that spirit bonus. That might be useful to hit. So, however, Atsushi might be the key here. So let's wait. We can bring back take that back. Do that. We're gonna hit Atsushi, yeah. See, that's what I was worried about, if I overplayed my hand there. End of my next turn, I may play those cards. Let's do that. Okay. So let's do that. And Kumano. Alright. Let me do that. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Fucking, that's what I was holding back stuff, because he wasn't playing anything, so I figured he wanted to do something like that. Okay, when you cast next spell, thing. See if he's got some removal for this. He might. He keeps pausing, so I know he's got an instant. Yeah, channel. Channel the Spirit Realm. It's going to return. He has not played anything yet. That's the strange thing. And I'm clutching this... I'm clutching this Skyclave to try to knock out whatever he's going to put down. Exit. Oh, okay. Alright. That's a bit much, but okay. Zombies are still hanging tough, man. Zombies can really, even with all the board wipes, there's ways you can make board wipes work for you in zombies. Valkyrie Sword. Interesting. Okay. Do that. Do that. Do that. You have to block me. You don't want to block me. There you go. Okay, Mystic Skull, very nice. Next creature enters the thing with the thingy on it. Let's swing it in. Blocked into the Bugbear, 1 damage. Kumano faces whoever the hell is going to become a creature. So, unless he has a creature to put down that has an enormous health bar here, no, it's going to be a Valkyrie. It's not really going to matter. Kumano going in. Let's do that. And let's... do no attacks. And he's out of there. Okay. Okay. We're working it a little bit. We're working it a little bit. Somebody asked me, they left a comment today, they're like, what song is that that goes Boogeyman, 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 Boogeyman? I said, man, that's just the Boogeyman song, dude. That's not a real song. That's just something I made up. So it's almost entirely spirits, and it's very heavily based on modified. Believe it or not, these dragons are dragon spirits. That's what I realized at a certain point. And that everything is actually, it's actually a really secret Boros spirits deck. Because these, despite being dragons, are dragon spirits. And then it's a bit of a reanimator. If we have Venerable, we put modifications on stuff too. And we keep things pretty smooth. This is a terrible opening hand, but I'm going to run with it. I'm trying to do different stuff, man. I you know, like I said, I know what works. Like, if I just wanted to level, I'd play that mono white deck forever, man. It's got an 80% win rate, but I'm trying to come up with some different fun stuff every night, you know? It's not always about just getting the A1 bangers out. Plus, I don't have the wilds right now, man. I ain't got it like that yet, man. I ain't making the big bucks yet, man. For real. Let's lock that out. And we can hit Atsushi. Oh, look, it's Naya Runes. And I think we beat Naya Runes to the punch here, which is pretty good. There's Runeforge Champion. Now we can bring out Atsushi. The great thing about the dragons, the spirit dragons, is that they punish the opponent for getting rid of them. You're either going to give me a bunch of cards to play, or you're going to give me a bunch of mana to play. You get rid of it, but you're making a worse problem for yourself down the line. So, exile works, but there's the Kami. Sustenance, very nice. Word of Might, very nice. You gonna swing in with that? I might hold on to this Eiganjo and see if I can hit the Eiganjo. We'll see. I'll hit the Sokenzan drop and clutch the Eiganjo. He's probably got a million enchantments in there that he's going to play, but... Force Champion, yeah. Well, he's only able to get one. So let's see. Maybe he'll spread it out, and I can pop one of them. The haste, maybe he'll put it on Runeforge and swing in. Speed. Warslinger, Kumano. Not great, not great. Once he's got this cycle going, it's not very easy to disrupt unless I hit a wipe, and I'm not hitting my removals either. Yeah. Kami, yeah, and he's going to be able to load Kami up. Kami is such a freaking good card, man. You can build decks and deck... Oh, look at that. 3 Rune Forges. Oof. Oof. 3 Rune Forges. 3 Rune Forges in a row right there. That is a son of a bitch. Ripley, Puka, how you doing? Apex, I see you. Crash Boom. Leonin 88, what's up? Let's see what he's gonna do here. Might not do anything. Kumano. So let's put another Kumano down. Restoration down. I honestly think I don't need a restorations. I might get rid of them. To be perfectly honest, I might get rid of the restorations. I think they're probably more of a hindrance than anything else. Especially with the mana draw being what it is. Naturalist, okay. He's going to go in with just Kami. It's a bit of an odd duck there. I'm going to kill it. Kill Atsushi, I get to draw 2 cards from the neg. I'm just going to get Venerable Warsinger. Okay, there's Goro-Goro. Decline. Return to the battlefield. Goro-Goro. And another restoration of Eiganjo. Hey, what's up, STUMFA? How you doing, man? If you haven't voted for STUMFA yet for Magic the Gathering Creator of the Year, then what are you even doing with your life, man? What are you even doing with your life? Okay, so I need to activate Modified Creature to hit that Drago. He got 4 Runeforge champions out on the board. That means in the first 20 cards, he hit all 4 Runeforges. I'll tell you what, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck, man. If I didn't have bad luck, guys, I'd have no luck. Oh, there goes Hollowed Haunt. I didn't even notice Hollowed Haunting on the board. It shows you how much attention I'm paying. Put Michiko. I don't really have that many enchantments or artifacts, so it might not be. I mean, right now I do, but honestly, I thought about it, but I'm like, I don't think it'll add that much. I don't think it'll add that much power. I think more removal, maybe. Oof. That is not what I needed, was an exile right there, man. Yeah, there's the freaking, there's the flyers right there. Look at that. Showdown might not be a bad idea, actually. Oof. Look at that. -2. How expensive is Showdown? I think I am going to get rid of Eiganjo. We'll put it in the sideboard. Let's take a look. Let's put Skalds, and then let's put... Let's do that. It does go well with my deck, yeah. It's 4 mana. Thank you, STUMFA. Let's try it. Let's try it. We hate it, we hate it. We don't hate it, we don't hate it. You know, it's whatever. It does fit well, though, thematically. It does fit well. Nagare. Man, I wish I had a suit like Davril. That's a cool dude right there. That's a pretty good hand. So let's put down a Needleverge into a Kumano. Kumano is such a good card, man. For mono red, maybe Crash Boom Bang can fucking agree with me here. Maybe he can sign off on it too. But man, 1 damage into a 1/1 creature. Into a 2/2. Like, it's really good. Yeah, it was a pretty good card draw right there. He's got to remove a Vanishing Verse. You know why? You already took damage from it. I don't know what you're worried about there, man. And then into a Showdown. Okay. Old McBash used to swear by Showdown. He loved that card, so. Path of Peril. Very nice. Good early play there. Let's do that. Get the cards we need. Oh, very nice. Very nice. We can hit Ao of the Dawn Sky or Atsushi. Let's do Ao. If you hit a removal, I'm going to draw another card and put it on the board, man. Oh, that's right. I should have played the Atsushi. Whenever you cast a spell. Well, I can still do both, actually. Let's see if he hits the removal on it. March of Wretched Sorrow. We want that one. Thundering Raiju we want on the board. And another Io of the Dawn. Another March of Wretched Sorrow, okay. Parting is such sweet sorrow. So far he's played literally nothing but removal. It's just Orzhov removal here. Meat Hook. Again, that's going to put something on the board for me. Let's do Thundering Raiju. Let me view battlefield. Let me see what's in my graveyard. Do I have anything 3 to put out? If I do Thundering Raiju. Done. View browser. Hey, what's up, Snow? What if I did Showdown of the Skalds instead? So if we did that, I sure hope he doesn't have removal. It's gonna be Spirit. Hi, Snow. How you doing? Which one from Exile? Apparition. Oh, I didn't even. I just blindness. Just from blindness. Coda is gonna get smashed. Deadly Dispute. Okay. Hit. We're gonna be able to bring back Ao the Dawn Sky. Take action. That means if he even runs a full hit, I'll be able to return some. See? I'm going to be able to return some because I knew he was going to do something like that. Look at the top four. Venerable Warsinger. Submit. Okay. So then we go Cave the... And he's out of there. Yep. Okay, that worked really well. Driver, big assist there, big layup with the Showdown of the Skalds. Driver and STUMFA. I think Driver suggested it. STUMFA laid out the mana cost. Showdown of the Skalds worked really well with that, man. Really well with that. Very smooth. Very smooth and delicious. Alright, boys, we're going to leave it right there. Pretty good deck overall. We're going to go to the Shakedown Breakdown. Welcome, Kalinkas. Do you know me from YouTube or you just checking me from off the stream? My dude, what's up? Good night, STUMFA. We're going to leave it right there for right now. And we're going to get to the Shakedown Breakdown here. We're going to check out how we're doing. We're going to see how it does. And yeah, I've been JVin. You've been great. I really like this one. I think a little bit more whetstone refinement and we can get this one real tight. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I've been JVillain, and you've been great. Bye-bye.